do something for me," he said as we talked in the beginning of the corridor in front of the church. Maybe he wasn't pissed. He was probably just serious. "I need you to do a reading up in front of everyone." My eyes widened and my heart sank down yet again, this time all the way to my toes. I protested. "Mike, you know, I'm not into this whole religion thing. You better listen or that plane is going to crash into this church and those clouds are going to suffocate everyone in this place. Come on, Jason, I need you. Please, do this small reading for me. You'll be first up and you can get it done fast. It's a small reading. Please," he battled back. This whole situation sucked. I knew if I ever needed anything from my brother, he'd do it for me. I had to be there for him. In the clouds with the plane, or not with the clouds and not with the plane. "All right, man, I really don't want to do this, but I will if you absolutely need me," I crumbled. "Yes, all right, man, it'll be easy." He gave me the paper to read. "This right here," he pointed. It was a full paragraph. Oh, what a sweet talker he was. He instructed me, "As soon as everybody sits down for the first time, after they stand, you're going to go up right after." As I was practicing the paragraph in my head, I looked down the long corridor and I saw a man walking down it toward me. Big round-shaped head, strutting with this very feminine walk. We made eye contact. "Yes?" he sort of asked me as he stopped and gave me the eyes. So now I'm thinking, what is going on? Am I just that high? Or what? "What's up?" "What's up?" I called down the corridor to him. "Do you need something?" he asked with an exaggerated lisp. "Nah, I thought you were just saying, 'What's up, man?'" I answered. Now things were just really getting weird. I'd never been hit on by a homosexual in a church before. Whatever. As I stood by the altar, I noticed our family as well as the other families sitting down in the pews. A lady touched my arm gently. I kind of snapped back. I was still a little paranoid. "Hi, are you Jason?" she asked me. "Yes, Jason, that's my name," I answered her. "Are you the godfather of Jenna?" she asked. Jenna was my niece. She was the one getting baptized. "Is there a godfather?" I searched in my head for an answer as this lady looked at me with her head cocked sideways. All I saw in my head was a window that had a very poorly sign written on it. The sign read, "In the clouds, be back in 15. "Damn. I'm not too sure, actually," I answered. "I'm sorry, I'm not into this whole religion thing." "That's okay," she answered. As she showed me where to read and told me that I'd be the first to actually read, I practiced in my mind yet again. As I sat down next to Kristen, my aunt, my uncle, and my little cousin, my body shook with a mini panic attack. What if I mess this reading up? What if I go at the wrong time? What if... "Okay, people!" My thoughts were then interrupted by a very familiar voice. "Blessed be the Lord!" The priest called from the altar. As I was looking at him, I noticed who he was. He was the gay guy with the feminine walk that hit on me before. This had to be a joke. Was I that high still? As paranoia slowly subsided and the reality of everything set in, I started laughing to myself. Halloween came early this year. Everyone stood up, just as my little cousin called out, "Mommy, why is the priest so happy and laughing all the time?" I looked at my uncle and we both lost it and started laughing uncontrollably. For the whole duration of the Mass, I couldn't hold back my laughter. Every time the gay priest spoke with his exaggerated lisp, I giggled. My side was beginning to hurt from Kristen elbowing it so much. Did anyone else in this church realize what was going on here? As the priest was baptizing the babies, he looked down at them and shouted, "I know what you're thinking, little one. Who is this strange man touching me?" Wow! I giggled more than the day I found out how to masturbate. As everyone sat, I remembered what my brother had said. I got up and excused myself to everyone as I brushed past them. People shot me dirty looks and odd glances. I kind of noticed. Uh-oh, I thought. Whatever, I'm already up. As I walked up to the altar, I had to go into a pew and squeeze next to an old lady because all the families were coming off the altar and they almost plowed me over. She whispered to me in a snide way, "What are you doing?" I laughed. "I don't even know." Oh man, I was still crispy as hell. If I had banged my hand on the bench, it would have just crunched off. The priest went to take the floor and I walked right up to him during the middle of it. He stopped and looked at me strangely, which I imagine the whole church did as well. I whispered to him, I'm the first reading. Is it my turn to read yet? Oh, it's okay. It's not your time just yet, though. He answered with a huge smile and raised eyebrows. When it finally was my time to read, I don't even know how I figured this out finally, but I walked with my back as straight as I could make it. My shoes clacked against the marble floors as I walked. I got up to the front of the mic, looked out amongst all the people. Wow, there sure were a lot of them. Pretty much every pew was filled, and I mean, this was a huge, huge church. Got a little nervous. I thought to myself, I opened the pamphlet and found my paragraph. I didn't believe any of this Catholic shit. Whatever, it's from my brother. As I acted the part of a Catholic believer, I saw myself. I was now on autopilot. Yay, my brain was back from the clouds. Even though I was still pretty crispy, I was reading pretty good. I watched myself and wondered if I was dreaming. That's it.